Once upon a time, beyond the foaming waves, where the blue sea melted into the sky and seagulls cried as they circled above, there sailed an old, creaky ship. Shiny instruments lined its deck, antennas stretched toward the sky, and a low hum of the engine echoed from deep within. The golden path of the sun stretched far across the water, as if pointing the way to discovery. Beneath the surface, secrets lay hidden, and someone was searching for them. Professor Zepnik, the wacky scientist, and his loyal companion Oliver, the little boy who loved ocean waves even more than hot cocoa. Compass, tank, flippers, Zepnik hat. "Ready, Oliver?" asked the professor with a grin, his eyes gleaming as they gazed out over the endless sea, where sky and water met in a shimmering blur. Oliver leaned over the rail, the salty breeze tugging at his hair. "Professor, what do you think we'll see down there?" Professor Zepnik's eyes sparkled behind his foggy goggles. "Oh, who knows? Maybe a curious sea turtle, a sleepy stingray, or a school of shimmering fish. And if we're lucky, perhaps something truly extraordinary." "Let's explore the ocean's secrets!" shouted Oliver, and they plunged into the blue together. As they swam deeper and deeper, tiny fish zipped around them, a seahorse trailed behind, and a curious octopus peeked from behind a rock. It didn't offer cookies, of course, but with one of its arms, it gently touched Oliver's flipper before retreating shyly, as if it were asking, "Who are you?" "Look, Professor! A star! Underwater!" Oliver cried, pointing to a colorful star-shaped creature resting on the sandy seafloor. Professor Zepnik twirled in the water and laughed joyfully. "Good eye, my friend, that's a starfish. Or, as I like to call it, the sparkly resident of the ocean floor." Oliver stared in amazement. "But what is a starfish, really?" "Excellent question," the professor said, spinning slowly in the water with his arms stretched wide like a star. "A starfish isn't even a fish at all. It belongs to a group of creatures with spiny skin, or if you want to sound like a real ocean expert, try saying echinodermata." Oliver gave it a try, but all that came out was a stream of giggly bubbles and a sound that didn't even come close. The starfish slowly crawled across the sand, almost like it was dancing. "What do they eat?" Oliver asked. "Well," said Zepnik, lowering his voice as if sharing a secret, "oh, not donuts, that's for sure. Mostly clams, snails, and if they're in the mood for a fancy dinner, even sea urchins. And guess what, Oliver? They turn their stomachs inside out to digest food on the outside." "Ew and wow," laughed Oliver. "Whoa, that's both gross and genius. And did you know," the professor continued, "one of the starfish's most amazing abilities is regeneration. If it loses an arm, it simply grows it back, like snapping on a Lego piece." Oliver was amazed. "That's like if my shoelace grew back every time it broke," he laughed. "And some don't just have 5 arms," said Zepnik, spinning dramatically. "They can have up to 20, like underwater jugglers." "It's like a circus under the sea," Oliver giggled. "Do starfish live only in oceans?" Oliver asked curiously. "Starfish can be found all around the world. Not only in the oceans, but deep in the seas, too. They feel most at home on sandy seabeds, coral reefs, and rocky seafloors," said Professor. "Some starfish live only a few years," added Zepnik. "But others shine beneath the waves for up to 35 years, like the wise grandparents of the ocean." But then, something changed. Something shifted. The water grew murky. Bits of plastic clung to the coral. A nearby starfish no longer moved with joy. "Why does the ocean seem so sad?" Oliver asked softly. "Because it's in danger," the professor replied seriously. "Pollution, plastic waste, and warming waters all harm these beautiful creatures." Oliver bent down and carefully picked up a plastic bottle cap from the sand. "Can we help?" he asked. "Yes, we can," Zepnik nodded. "If we protect the ocean, don't litter, and teach others to care, these sea stars will keep shining for a long, long time." Once they returned to shore, Oliver and Professor Zepnik made a big, colorful sign together. They painted it carefully and planted it in the sand where everyone could see. "Let's keep the ocean clean." As the sun dipped below the horizon, It seemed the ocean itself began to glow, not with moonlight, but with tiny, hidden stars beneath the waves. "And don't forget, Oliver," said the professor with a warm smile. "Stars don't only shine in the sky. Sometimes they're sitting quietly on the ocean floor, just waiting for you to discover them." Under the sea, Oliver learned that the starfish is a special creature not just capable of regrowing arms, but also an important part of ocean life. He realized that protecting these wonders starts with us. The message of the story: if we care for the ocean with love, the stars will keep shining beneath the waves. The end.